for competitive exams and for communication skills. The first to go is your elders and betters. The first idiom is your elders and betters. Okay. Your elders and betters. This is the first idiom. So the origin of this particular idiom, your elders and betters, it's an old-fashioned British idiom that got popularized in 19th century. Now, the meaning of this idiom, as you can make a guess from the word itself, it would be something related to elderly people, old people. So the meaning is older people have more experience, more maturity. They would have higher social status than you. They would have high rank, high position, high importance. So you have to obey the elderly people. You have to be humble, the elderly people. You have to respect the elderly people. That is the meaning of this idiom, your elders and betters. So how do we frame a sentence with this idiom? Respect your elders and betters. Don't disturb your elders and betters. Okay. Now, the second idiom is empty nest syndrome. Empty nest, okay, nest syndrome. Empty nest syndrome. Empty nest syndrome. Now, what is a nest? The house of a bird, the shelter of a bird, a bird's nest. The idiom is empty nest syndrome. Let's learn the origin of this idiom. Now, you might have seen the nest of a bird. When the eggs of the bird hatches, when the babies, they grow up, after the babies, they have grown up, what they will do? They will not sit with their parents. They will just fly away. They will leave their nest. They will fly away from their parents. So this was first written by American writer Dorothy Fisher. Okay, this was first used by Dorothy Fisher in 1914, wherein she wrote about the loss of a mother as when her children grew up, they went away from her. So Dorothy Fisher in her work has written about the loss of a mom, the grief of a mother when her children left her. Okay, so you can easily guess the meaning now. Empty nest syndrome means when children grow up, they move away from their family. It could be for education, it could be for job, it could be for marriage purposes, it could be for settlement, it could be for higher education, it could be any reason. But when children leave their parents, they become very sad, they become very lonely. That is the meaning of of this idiom, empty nest syndrome. So who wrote it initially? Dorothy Fisher used this idiom for the first time. For example, you can say, after her son left for the college, his mother struggled with empty nest syndrome. The parents struggle with empty nest syndrome. Third idiom is pack your bags. Third idiom is pack your bags. Pack your bags is the third idiom. Okay. Now, pack your bags means to leave. It says about departure. Departure means to leave. Departure means to leave a place, to depart, to go away is the meaning of this idiom. For example, the boss told him to pack his bag, which means he got fired from his job. He cannot come to the organization. Packing the bags doesn't mean packing of the bags. It means to leave the place. Termination, suspension. Okay? Or you can also say he packed his bags, which also means he resigned. He packed his bags and gave the resignation letter. Fourth idiom is put the boot in. Put the boot in. Put the boot in, B-O-O-T. Okay. Put the boot in means to criticize someone, to harm someone, to be cruel. Okay, to be unkind, to make a bad situation worse, to attack a weak person. The person could be physically weak, the person could be mentally weak, and you are attacking that person. You are taking an advantage of the weakness of that person. You are being cruel to a weak person. That is the meaning of this idiom. Put the boot in. How do you make a statement with this idiom? After the husband lost his job, the wife put the boot in. The wife put the boot in, which means she started being cruel. She started attacking her husband with hurtful words. That's the meaning of this idiom. The fifth idiom is clapped out. C-L-A-P-P-E-D. Clapped out. Clapped out. Now, this has nothing to do with the action of clapping hands. This is not related to the action of clapping. Okay, clapped out means bad condition. Bad condition. Okay, let me explain. Clapped out means bad condition. Also worn out. Okay, what do you mean by Worn out, W-O-R-N, worn out means to be in bad condition. For example, for instance, think that you are having a car since 20 years. Okay? After using it for 20 years, the car would be in a dilapidated condition. It's no more healthy. You cannot use it anymore properly. It has become worn out. It needs repair. It needs too much of service. It needs too much of maintenance. It is worn out. The condition of the car at the 20th year would not be the same when you had bought it. So that is the meaning of this particular idiom. You can also relate it to a person also. It can be applied to person. It can be applied to machines also. For example, a person in his old age, after 70 years of age, after 80 years of age, he becomes clapped out, which means unhealthy. That's also one more meaning, unhealthy. For example, you can say his car is clapped out, which means you cannot use it anymore. It needs repair. It is damaged. He drives clapped out car. His car is clapped out car, means it needs a big repair. It is a British and Australian slang. They use it in formal way of talking. Sixth idiom is give somebody a hand. Sixth idiom, give somebody a hand. Give somebody a hand. Give somebody a hand. Okay. So this idiom does not mean that you have to give your hand to someone. Let's understand the origin. It first came in this idiom, first came in literature, English literature, in 1598, that is 16th century, in John Florio's A World of Words. A World of Words. Okay, the world, this letter E comes in Old English. So this particular idiom, it was first used by John Florio's work called as A World of Words. A World of Words. Now what is the meaning of this idiom is to help someone. To help someone. To assist someone. Giving assistance to someone. Giving aid to someone. A-I-D, aid to someone. Aid means helping someone. To give support to someone, supporting someone. Okay, if I say, can you give me your hand? Can you give me your hand? So that means, can you help me? Can you support me? Can you give me an aid? Can you assist me? can you give me your hand with those chairs? With those chairs, which means, can you move those chairs? Can you give me a lending hand? Next idiom is ivory tower. Ivory tower. Okay. Yesterday we had learned a similar idiom, tickle or tinkle with ivories, which means playing the keyboard, playing the piano, playing the musical instrument. So this idiom is ivory tower. Ivory tower. Okay. Now this particular idiom, it comes from Bible. There is a book in Bible called as Song of Solomon. So he is the person who wrote this phrase or idiom, ivory tower. And after Solomon wrote this in Bible, it was further written by Saint Beuve. Saint Beuve in 1837 to describe a poet named as Alfred. Okay, this idiom was first written by Solomon in Bible. Thereafter, it was used by Saint Beuve in 19th century to describe about a poet named as Alfred de Vigny. Okay, now what is the meaning of this particular idiom is, you have no problems in your life. Or to be specific, even if you have problems in your life, you are least bothered. You are not at all concerned about the problems of life. You have totally secluded yourself from the problems of life. You have disconnected yourself from the problems of life. You don't even know what are the practical problems of life. That is the meaning of this idiom, ivory tower. Okay. Now, if you want to make it a statement, you can say, our boss, the CEO, lives in ivory tower, which means he's not having any problems in life. Or else you can say, he's a brilliant scientist, but he lives in ivory tower, which means he's not concerned of any problems of life. Eighth idiom, a new broom. Eighth idiom is a new broom. A new broom. Okay, this has nothing to do with the broom with which you sweep the floor. No, it has no relation with that. So a new broom means a person who is newly appointed to a post in an organization and he is doing lot of things in that organization. Okay, when a person is newly appointed to a place, to an institution, he will do a lot of things. He has got a lot many innovative ideas. He has got too many novel ideas. That's the peculiarity of a person who is newly appointed to a position. A fresh leader, a new leader has got a lot of ideas. That is the meaning of this particular idiom, a new broom. A person who is newly appointed, he is very energetic. He is very enthusiastic to work. So he brings about important and significant changes in that institution. That is the meaning of this idiom, a new broom. Okay. Now, the origin, yes, I forgot to mention the origin. It first appears in John Haywood's proverb collection. In the 16th century, there was a writer named as John Haywood. So he had a collection of many proverbs. This idiom is a line from his proverbial collection. So if you want to make this a statement, then you can say the new boss, the new CEO, the new manager is a new broom. Our CEO is a new broom. My boss is a new broom. So you can imagine, like in India, the British were ruling India for a lot of time. Finally, new broom came in 1947. So that means new leadership, new ideas, new government came in that particular year. Next, ninth idiom is pop pills. P-O-P, pop pills. Now pills, pills, they mean medicine, they mean drug, they mean tablet. So pop pills means you get temperature, you immediately take a paracetamol. You are not getting sleep, you immediately take a sleeping pill. You get pain on the forehead, you immediately take a painkiller. That is the meaning of this idiom, popping pills, which means a person who is excessively addicted to medicines, tablets and drugs, etc. Okay, to take medicines and drugs regularly. Abuse of medicines, it's also called as substance abuse. Substance abuse means simply you are taking the medicines regularly, abusing of medicines, which will, in the long run, it is just going to harm your body. Over reliance on medicines, that is the meaning of this idiom, pop pills. Okay, now you can say popping pills ruined their health. Simply, if you keep taking medicines, it will damage your health. So you can say popping pills will damage your health. Okay, next idiom is be all the rage. Be all the rage. Okay, the literal meaning of this word rage is anger, furious, too much of anger, but that has nothing to do with this idiom. Be all the rage means to be trending, to be viral, to be popular, very fashionable. You follow the current trend, you are being fashionable, you are being popular, you follow the norms of the crowd. That is the meaning of this particular idiom. Okay, although it is for a temporary period of time, that is important, because trends and all, they are not for long term. Every trend is short term only. Every popularity is temporary. Popularity is for short term only. So be all the rage means trending for a short period of time. For example, Instagram is all the rage for teenagers. Mobile phones are all the rage for teenagers. Video games are all the rage for teenagers. That is the meaning of this idiom. So that's it all for today. Stay tuned for more idioms and videos.